when it comes to volunteering in the community. There's no feeling like that of a grand victory. For each of us, what sets our soul on fire may be different, but what we do know is that when we are truly making an impact, it feels the same. Teamwork, problem solving, project planning, task management, organization, and public speaking are all skills I have gained and refined through volunteering. Growing up, I was quiet and an introvert. The thought of choosing partners in class made my stomach drop. I would always say I work better alone because I'd rather everything be completed to my standards. I saw no problem in this until I came to the realization that I lacked the skill of teamwork. I wasn't comfortable delegating tasks to others, so I would organize each project in a way that I could solve the problems myself. It wasn't until I became more deeply involved with Relay for Life that I realized it takes a village to make something incredible. I developed my voice in a way that would not just showcase myself, but ignite my teammates' individual talents and passions. The best part about volunteering is you get to combine your unique skill set with that of other volunteers working towards the same goal. You are not judged by your level of expertise, and you are in the perfect predicament to learn something new while teaching someone else, whether you realize it or not. The best skills anyone can bring to a volunteer setting is compassion and a willingness to help wherever is needed. A great place to start is to ponder the question, why do I want to volunteer? This can be any number of reasons, including improving your neighborhood, meeting new people, trying something new. Maybe you want to use your spare time constructively and share your skills. All of these are perfect. Even if you only volunteer 2 hours a week, you'll gain over 100 hours in a year. Remember, volunteering should be a fun and rewarding hobby, not another chore on your to-do list. You're donating your valuable time, so it's important that you enjoy and benefit from your service. Human beings are hardwired to give to others. The more we give, the happier we feel. So I ask you today, what is a cause you care about deeply? What fuels your passion? Whatever tugs on your heartstrings needs your voice. When I was just 8 years old, I lost my best friend to skin cancer. This sparked my interest in becoming a Relay for Life participant. This worldwide phenomenon started in our very own Tacoma, Washington, and is now in over 5,000 communities across the world. Relay for Life, for any of you that don't know, is a 24-hour event created from one doctor's dream of a cancer-free world. When you relay, you celebrate life, fight back against this horrible disease, and we remember those we have lost. When I was just 13, I lost my beloved dog Daisy, whom I had received as a Christmas present when I was just 6, to skin cancer. I was passionate about honoring my precious family member and created Eatonville's first annual Bark for Life, a smaller but just as impactful ACS community event, which I mentioned earlier. And that was just the beginning of my drive, compassion, and relentless journey with my platform. At just 14, I lost my Nana to bone, lung, and liver cancer. She was a pivotal figure who ignited my enthusiasm for the arts and creativity and taught me to view the world through a different lens. Not only 4 years later, I lost my best friend, my Papa Paul, to the same 3 cancers. After his passing, I became even more involved with Relay for Life, becoming a team captain in 5 cities. Then I heard of the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network, which is short, ACS CAN, and I have served as a volunteer through this sector of the organization since I was 19. This position accounts for countless phone calls and emails sent to our Washington State Capitol elected officials about bills that would help cancer patients and survivors alike access the treatment and care they so desperately need and deserve. Each year, ACS CAN volunteers gather at the annual day at the Capitol to speak with their representatives on issues relevant to preventing cancer and finding a cure. I'm excited to have been part of the very beginnings of lobbying to regulate vaping products all the way through the passing of T21. Still at only 19, I became the head of survivorship for Pacific Lutheran University's Relay for Life. Here, I was able to honor my Uncle Ray, who had passed from cancer before I was born, my Uncle Bill, who passed away from cancer while I was attending POU, through the Luminaria ceremony. I was also able to honor my godmother Linda, my Aunt Tiny, and Aunt Martha and their victories over cancer in my opening speech. At 21, I also led every relay recess in Eatonville School District in honor of my friend who passed away when I was 8. At relay recess, we teach the youth about sun safety, tobacco prevention, the importance of physical activity and nutrition, and the kids have a blast playing games and fundraising for cancer research through a day on the track. At 21, also, I became the head committee member for ACS Strides, Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, when I saw how my manager, Tamara, was struggling every day throughout her breast cancer diagnosis. Always on my mind, I shared gifts and information on relevant services that could possibly help her. And I'm excited to say she is still with us today, making everyone's day that she comes in contact with a little brighter. Currently, at 22 years old, I continue my work with the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network as an ACS CAN Washington ambassador. This is an exciting promotion because it means I have the opportunity to directly work with those in power at our capital and to speak to the citizens of Pierce, Thurston, and King County about what legislation is current, needs updated, or is upcoming and affects our communities. My next goal is to move up to the position of Washington State Lead Ambassador and make a national impact in Washington, D.C. Every dollar and hour donated counts. You may think that the only way to make a difference is through a large donation. While this is helpful in many ways, most organizations would rather have people just like you give your hands-on time. In this sense, your contribution is making more of a direct impact on those affected by cancer. Financial donations may help with existing needs, while volunteering helps the organization for the future. This is because you are raising awareness through your service, and you may not even realize it. People may know that cancer is an issue, but not that we have many free programs in every county to help make treatment easier for patients all over the country. This is why social media is so important when volunteering. Even if someone does not donate funds or their time, by reading your posts, they learn, and they might even share what they know with someone else, which grows the momentum of a movement by motivating others to give up themselves. This impact also extends far past the obvious fact that you are using your time to help others. You are also providing hope. One of the most essential things all people need is connection. And when you volunteer, you're providing this not only for others, but for yourself as well. In a world that is becoming more and more individualistic, the benefits of community are gradually being lost. Volunteering allows us to regain this while physically and metaphorically rebuilding our communities. Wouldn't you rather cultivate friendships and work towards the greater good while reducing the feelings of isolation and loneliness felt by so many around the world? Ask yourself, is lending a helpful hand a stagnant act or a lifestyle? Will you allow yourself to be shaped into a profoundly empathetic, effervescent, and dedicated human being through your volunteerism? Become one with your community. Fine-tune your skills and become happier and more fulfilled through the greatest title of all, volunteer. I encourage you to thrive by using your desire to educate, serve, and inspire. So what are you waiting for? Break out of your daily routine, shatter your comfort zone, broaden your skill set, and push your limits. I believe in you. Do you?
No.